No matter what I do, I really, really love you. Yeah, it's the word. No matter what I do. Da, da. Da, da. Da, da. Da, da. Hey everyone, this is your girl Libra Butterfly coming to you from the great state of Kentucky, where the women are beautiful and the horses are fast. The horses are beautiful and the women are fast. It just depends on what you darn like. I am coming to you and to speak to Lada Dada and everybody. Hello everyone in the chat. Hello, all my butterflies. Hello, everyone that will be listening to this sometime later. I want to thank you guys for just your love and your understanding. Also, happy birthday to anyone who is celebrating a birthday in October, especially today. I see some of the Scorpios trying to run us Libras up out of here. Not yet. We still rule. Quit playing. Anywho, happy anniversary to anybody who is celebrating an anniversary as well. We have a loaded docket tonight. It's a document. We have a loaded docket tonight. And so I want to go ahead and get started so we won't be on here long, or so I won't be on here long. Because actually, y'all can come and go as y'all please, right? Right. Okay. Okay. Anywho, um, how do I want to start this? I have several things I want to say, several things I want to talk about, several things I want to bring to your attention. So, one of the first things that I want to say is I heard that my boo, Miss Mama Tita, I heard she's sick with the flu. So, Mama Tita, I hope you got what I sent to you to get you some elderberry. Elderberry is what it does. It kills the flu, swine flu, regular flu. It kills. It helps people that has HIV, AIDS. It also helps with sinus infections. So get you some straight elderberry. And please don't get the gummies. The gummies is not effective. Okay, they just not. It's more corn syrup in the gummies than it is elderberry. Okay, so get the elderberry. You can get the tea. That's always great. Or you can get the tincture. That's even better. Or you can get the elderberry supplements. And go ahead and take that, and it should cut your time in half, actually. So yeah, elderberry is something good. Hey, elderberry is something good when you have the flu and other things. Okay, real mamas. All right, love muffin. That's a working girl right there. That's a working lady, honey. Anywho, um, so yeah, Mama Tita, I hope you feel better, babes. I really do. Yeah, I love me some Mama Tita. Quit playing. Don't play with her because that's my girl. I love people who are straight up no chaser. Those are the type of people that I connect with because one knows another. I'm straight up no chaser. So when you meet somebody who is straight up no chaser, it's refreshing. You ain't got to sugarcoat and you ain't got to try to beat out of them what they talking about. It's just refreshing talking to Mama Tita because she gonna tell you straight up. And we can have an adult conversation just like with real mamas and none bother me. We can have a real conversation and there's no beating around the bush. It's like, look, sis, it's like this. Okay. And that's the way it is. So y'all, my family would let me alone today. So I'm in a stupid mood. My man, between baby girl, my son, my baby son, that is, and my mama, good grief, I reckon. I'm like, Lord have mercy. What did y'all do without me being available to y'all people? Because, oh my goodness. So, anywho, I want to say this. Yeah, Mama Tita's the truth. Facts, 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 and not fiction. Shout out to Brooklyn boy, Brooklyn, New York boy. I got your email. Respond back. Check your email because I did respond back, and I got you. No problem. I got you. Izzy girl. Hey love. Hey mamas. Good to see you, boo. Yes. Yes. So y'all. So yeah. Okay. So here we go. Anyway, court. I'm gonna start with court first, so I can get that over with. So, court was yesterday. Do I even need to say that they postponed it yet again? No, not the trial. Not that. Postponed whether or not. Matter of fact, King, I hope you're listening. Postponed whether the competency. Ooh, trying to say it a lot of times. Hearing, so that everybody know that your child is competent to stand trial. Her lawyer, I guess he's doing what he's supposed to do. He's pulling all type of junkie stunts. Okay. So, y'all, the last 5 times they continued this was because of the competency hearing. Okay. Yeah. You know, he didn't have a chance to look at the information. The part of the files missing. Um, what else was the one? Oh, they trying to subpoena the doctor who did it. They can't get in touch with the doctor who did the competency test. And y'all, for the last 5 times, this is what this has been about. So yesterday was the repeat of the same situation, trying to see if this girl is competent, which the doctor already put. She's competent to stand trial. But they want to ask the doctor to go over his findings and all this, and they need to question him and all this and stuff. I said, why is it that the murderer is getting more chances and understanding than the victim and the victim's family? It don't make no sense. Like, for real. Like, I'm a tough bird. I can take it. You know what I'm saying? I take a look and keep on ticking. But my grandson is who I'm concerned about. He's not healing. He's not getting closure. He's trying to go on with his life, but he's not getting closure. His mama, my daughter, was his best friend, and it just ain't working for him. It's just not. And so that's who I'm concerned about. Screw everything else, because everybody else is grown. And even though it hurts, don't get me wrong, it hurts, because there's no way in the world you can have kids and one is missing. You feel those pains. You feel that void from being a mother. You feel all of that. Trust me, So it's just weird. It's weird. And I forgot, King told me something that had to do with the courts. So I'm going to have to get with him and see what he said, because I'm going to do exactly what he told me to do, because this is crazy, y'all. Like I said, come April the 21st, going into the 22nd, my child will be dead 3 years. And we ain't even went to pre-trial. Do you hear me? Whew. The prosecutor need to put his dang foot. That's what the last time I talked to this prosecutor, like, she was actually supposed to call me yesterday. She didn't. She didn't call me today either. Last time I talked to her, I went, first of all, I started with the judge. I said what I had to say to the judge, and the judge was trying to be understanding. Yeah, whatever. So then I went to the prosecutor, and I'm like, look, ain't nothing wrong with my mouth, y'all. I keep telling y'all, sometimes I just don't say nothing. I go, I chew my words, and I almost bite my tongue off sometimes, because my mouth is very lethal. And trust me, I graduated in mouthology, and I know how to put some stuff together to make you feel like boo-boo the fool. But a lot of times I just go, okay. That's my saying, okay. Because I know if I get started, I be done hurt somebody's feelings. Okay. So anyway, I'm like, it don't make no sense. So that's was the thing yesterday with the court, child. I was so, like, I felt helpless yet again. And I hate feeling like that. I really do, and I felt angry. I had all these emotions that popped up yesterday. It was weird. But then I started getting good news that I can't share yet, but I started getting good news to come in, and I was like, okay, I see what God's doing. He's like, yeah, that might be bad, but I'm still handling that situation. Don't worry about it. I know it ain't in your timing, but it's in my timing, and I got that. So you need to focus on this. So I'm like, okay. Because, y'all, it's not that I can't handle some stuff, but if we be honest, God take too long sometimes to get people, boy. You be like, God, don't let me have this one, because I can get them done. And God's like, if you do it, I'm not. And you like, ugh. So I just be sitting, because it's a whole lot of people. I wanna trust me. It's a whole lot of people. I got some stuff to say from deep in my shana. I'm serious. It's pork right in my shana. And I want that to come up from the uttermost to the guttermost, so I can say what I got to say. And I know when I do, or if I do, baby, if they don't hate me, they will. Because I'm not gonna get through until I'm through. And when I get through, I don't care what happens. We can fight if you want to, from 8 to 80. Man, woman, or beast, it don't matter. It don't matter. That's how much is in me. And God keeps saying, I told you I got it. So because I know he got it and he's already begun to whoop these people, I'm just sitting back. But part of me sometimes like, God, you taking a little bit too long. You're taking a little bit too long. I love you and I trust you. But God, I need to see some instance. Let me see. And maybe we need to do a social media campaign and start dropping their name. I know someone who will get attention. Okay. He has a channel. He works with young turn. Okay, baby. I understand. Thank you. It's Summer Breeze. Hey, love. I wasn't even looking. Hey, love. Thank you. I appreciate you, love. Thank you so much. Yes. So, y'all, I'm just like, so y'all just keep, that situation in prayer. Those of you all who believe in the power of prayer, just keep that situation in prayer. I'm good, but just I need closure for my grandson. That's the only thing I'm worried about is her son, that he gets closure, he gets healing, because right now he can't. Every time he starts the healing process and we think that something's gonna happen with the court system, we turn around, nothing happens. It's like a stalled event again. So, you know. Okay, I will. Thank you, real mamas. I will. So yeah. So anywho, we're gonna move on. Let's move on. Now, let me go ahead and do the herb next. This is not really a herb, y'all, but those of you all who deal with low iron, I gave y'all one thing, and one of my subbies told me that her doctor told her she needed a blood transfusion because her iron was so low. And she said she went back and looked at my video and saw what I told her to get for iron, and she got it and went back to the doctor, and her blood levels had came up. And I guess he was shocked, was like, well, I don't know what you did or whatever. So they watching it. So yeah, I mean, you may not need this information now, but one day somebody or you may need it later. So it's best to take heed. So let me show y'all something else that has to do with iron. And hold on, I got it already pulled up. I just need to share my screen. Share my love. Let me see. Okay, here we go. Blah, 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 blah. Let me make sure y'all can see it. Okay, there we go, y'all. Y'all see it? It's called Blood Builder, y'all. And this right here, they got the minis and they got the regular. If you take the minis, it's recommended that you take 2, I believe. Let me see if I can scroll it around. Yep, there we go. Adults take 2 daily with a beverage. Okay. Maybe taking it come on, Coco. Maybe taking it any time of the day, even on the empty stomach. So you want to make sure that you this is another one right here. Without side effects, and that is the truth. This don't give you constipation. If y'all know the iron pills that the doctors prescribe you, that locks your bowels up. They be telling you take 3 and 4 a day, and you be like, oh, I'm constipated. So they give you some for constipation. So now you're taking 2 things. But this right here, this is all natural. It's proven. It doesn't lock your bowels. It doesn't make your stomach hurt. None of that. Okay. So how do I know? Because I also take this. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. So, yes. Okay. It's made without gluten, dairy, eggs, tree nuts and peanuts, soy, fish, shellfish, and sesame. It doesn't have any of that in there. So if you're allergic to any of these, you don't have to worry about it. Okay. So yeah, I wanted to, let me go down here. It says, it includes folic acid, B12. Now, you notice when you take an iron pill, they also tell you to take a B12, right? So this has folic acid, B12. All of that is for healthy red blood cell production. Now, a lot of time anemia is when your red blood cells are depleted or you don't have as much as you're supposed to have. Quick story about me. When I went to the doctor and they did my blood or whatever, your blood is supposed to be at its lowest a 9. I'm sorry, at its lowest, yeah, a 9. So that's the lowest it's supposed to be. Well, when they took my blood count was a 6 point something going to 7. So I was really depleted without blood. So that's why I was so tired and so just weak and all this and stuff like that. And I did get a blood transfusion because at the time I didn't know anything about this. And the doctor was like, we got to set you up with 2 things of blood and some hemoglobin. And so, like, they put me in the hospital. I was in there for 24 hours, and around the clock, that's all they did was gave me blood. And then they would come and look and make sure it wasn't clogging up and, all this and stuff. And they put another bag on there. But I got to admit, when I left, I felt great. I had so much energy. I could breathe. I didn't have heart palpitations. I felt great because my blood was at the level it was supposed to be, so I can function. And I was like, whoa, I can never let my blood get that low. That's why sometimes, I can tell when my blood done dropped. I can tell now with my body. I'd be like, uh-oh, my blood's getting low. And I never want to go back in the hospital again. So you talking about start eating stuff that got iron-rich foods, start eating herbs. Let me tell you something. Spinach does not have iron in it, y'all. It doesn't. So I know they tell you that, but, just like I told you about the milk, they said milk builds calcium. Well, milk, it's not the milk that builds strong bones, it's the calcium in the milk. And there's a whole lot of other things that's high in calcium, so it's up to you. It's up to you. So anyway, but yeah, if you have, and see, my thing is, y'all, I have fibroids. So if you have fibroids and you bleed heavy each month and in between the month, most likely your levels of blood is so low, you have no idea how low they are. And that's why your body is like, you seem like you're tired all the time, your hair getting thin, your skin is scaly a little bit. You can just see the changes because what happens is, and let me tell you what they told me. This is what they told me. So all of y'all know I'm waiting to get me some new teeth assist, right? I still got some, but they messed up now. I ain't even gonna lie to you. They messed up. I've told y'all this once before. The doctor said this to me. Do you want to live and have messed up teeth for a while? Or do you want to have a pretty smile and be dead? You choose. I'll take the messed up smile and live, Alex, for 200. So that's where I'm at with it. So nobody, no dentist. I was already told by different dentists, they not going to touch me until they are sure that certain dangers with my health is better. So what am I supposed to do? Not smile? What am I supposed to do? I don't know what people want. A lot of times, let me just say this. I know in certain sectors, there's always a lot of times people think that when you have a messed up mouth or whatever, that it's because of bad dental care. And that's ignorant. That's not true. I ain't saying everybody. And ignorant just means unlearned. That's it. Okay, I'm not saying everybody. There is always something. What happened in my case is my body was taking the nutrients and the blood to sustain my life from anywhere it could in my body because I was so, y'all, when I tell you I was knocking at heaven's door, yes, ma'am. So my body had begun to be on survival mode to where it was taking whatever it needed from wherever. If that means hair, if that means, your scalp, if that means I'm taking it from your scalp, I'm taking it from your teeth, your gums, I'm taking it from your booty, wherever it needed to take those nutrients and blood from, that's where it was taking it from. And so when you take something and you don't put something back in, wherever it's taken from becomes critical. You become in critical danger. So my part is my teeth, because it was taken from my gums. It was taken from any part it can get. So it is what it is. Now, I ain't saying everybody. Some people's plight or their story may be whatever. But that ain't mine. That's not mine. And I'm quite sure I ain't by myself. It's just a lot of people don't like to talk about it. I'm just one. I don't care what you know about me. I tell you anyway. So I'd rather tell you about me than for you to go behind my back and try to find out about me. I put all my information in my books. I got 3 of them. Pick one, anyone you want to find out. Just pick one, read it. It'll tell you everything it is about Coco. Boo, boo. That's where I'm at with it. Boo. No, spinach don't have girl now. Spinach don't. It does not. It tastes good, but it ain't. It's not how on the iron list. No, ma'am. No. So I got a couple more things to say. And I'm going to give y'all some things I'm going to give you at least 2 things that is high in iron. But also, I need to tell a story. You tell a story real quick, right? So, and I'm sorry y'all smacking my lips. It's a habit. Trust me, I took public speaking and I do know how to speak. I know about diction and all of that, but hey, I'm at home, I'm relaxing, I'm on the social media application, or apparatus, whichever one you want to say. Ain't you? So, when I'm on here, I always talk about, I don't always, but sometimes I talk about, and the reason why I'm saying this is because I got several emails, so I want to address them. And I said I was going to address them. I'm not going to call no names. I'm just going to tell the story, okay? So, how do I know that a person can come from liking the same sex to liking the opposite sex? Okay. One reason is I know is because I actually was in that lifestyle myself as I was younger, when I was younger, rather. Some of y'all do know, some of you don't know. So let me just tell you. So you won't have to guess, right? Right. Okay, so when I was younger, I told you guys about me being molested and all that, right? From my family member. Well, also, one of the family members who was molesting me and all this stuff was a female. Okay. So when that stuff happens to you as a kid, it kind of opens you up, whether you agree with it or not. It kind of opens you up. You start feeling things that you already feeling some things, but you start feeling things that you don't know what it is, right? And that's why I have a problem with these parents, that when these kids be talking about, they know that they were born in a different body, and they go ahead and let these kids as a kid make that decision to change their sex and all that and stuff. I have a problem with that, because as a kid, you already messed up. Because you know what I'm saying? You already, one day you want to play with guns, next day you want to play with Barbies. So, now if you get to a certain point, like let's just say 16 to 18, and you still feel like, I need to be this, I was Joe, but I think I'm supposed to be Jennifer, then by all means, if that's how you want to rock, you rock with it. That's between you and the Heavenly Father. You know what I'm saying? But as a kid, it's so many parents that is trying to be quote unquote trying to be, the correct parent. Well, my child said that they're no longer Tony, that they want to be Tammy, and I'm going to support them. But your child is not old enough to reason yet. How are you going to take the advice of a kid who hasn't lived its life a little bit? You haven't gotten past puberty yet. You haven't gotten past a heartbreak yet of 16. You haven't went to the football games yet, or the basketball games in high school. And what I'm saying? It's just so much to experience before they get to that point to where they feel like they meant to be something else. And this is just me personally. And I ain't knocking nobody, because trust me, I have a daughter that's gay, and I love her last year draws. Do you hear me? She get on my nerves, but I love her last year draws. So, but I look at it like I don't think God make no mistakes. I'm just one that don't think God make mistakes. And I know y'all said, well, you just said yes. Because of certain things that happened to me, it threw me. into that, and I embraced it wholeheartedly when I did. But I had an encounter, and my encounter was to look at myself, and I had to go back and ask myself, if this thing had not happened to me, would this be something that I would be doing? See, I have hard conversations with myself. I don't know about nobody else. If this had not happened to me, would there be something I'd be doing? And the answer is no. And then I got to know, and I know y'all gonna think it's just churchy, but I don't care how you feel. I'm keeping it 100. I got to know God for real. And I knew that's not what he wanted for me. And that's not what I wanted for me. Now, yes, I was married for almost 30 years to a wonderful man. And he knew everything about me. That's why couldn't nobody come and tell him nothing. Every time somebody tried to, well, she used to date such and such. He's like, I know. No, you don't. Yes, I do. And yeah, they went to such and such together and all this and stuff. They'd be like shocked. We didn't have any secrets. That's what people didn't get. That was my best friend. Not only was he my husband and my king, he was my best friend. And you don't keep nothing from your best friend. I be kind of shocked that these people talking about you my friend, but then they can't keep it 100 or honest with you about nothing. It's just weird. What type of friend are we if we can't be honest with each other? That's why I don't call people my friend. I don't. If I call you my friend, that means you're really my friend. And that's why I always call, like I tell y'all, real mamas and unbothered Mimi, those are my sisters. Sometimes sisters get along, sometimes they don't, but they love each other. And if they ever need each other, they right there. Point blank, period. And that's not going to ever change. Not on my end. I love them girls, them ladies. I keep calling them girls. I'm sorry. I love them ladies. So anyway, so move forward. But I just wanted to share that with you guys because God can change anything. God can do anything, And to be honest with y'all, we're going to get to a point to where you're going to have to make your election sure. It's cute. It's cute, being agreeable and acceptable and all this and stuff like that. But my thing is, if I got to make you mad to follow Christ, then you'll just be mad. Scratch your butt and get glad because, hey, who I ain't going to turn on is the man upstairs. I'm not going to do that. And so a lot of times the things I say is controversial because I come straight from the good book. I come straight off of that. And I'll tell you, look, this is my opinion. My opinion is my opinion. It ain't got nothing to do with the Bible. It's my opinion. But if I come straight from that book, I ain't changing my mind. I don't care who like it. And that's point blank, period. So I always share what I've been through, not for a judgmental situation, which I don't care what y'all say about me. It is what it is. If I didn't want you to know, I wouldn't tell you. So, but it's a lot of people need to get real. Get right and get real. Because a lot of things that you're doing are not right. It's not as quiet as you think. You oozing. You're oozing ridiculousness. People can see it all on you. And get it together. Get it together. I'm saying get it together. So I had to share that story, and I hope the person heard it. You can do anything through Christ. I'm sorry if don't nobody believe it, but I'm a living witness. Yes, you can, honey. And when I tell you, God, honey, paid me back double. He gave me the best husband I ever thought I could get. I mean, if this man was the best, the best. And so I was just given the prophecy. It's funny because I was just given the prophecy that my next husband already know me. He already know I'm his wife, and he's scared to let me know that he's my husband. I can't wait. I can't wait to see who God's giving me. It's funny. I can't wait because God don't make no mistake. And I'm going to know it's God. Can't nobody just come up to me and say, I'm your boy, if you don't kick rocks or open toe shoes on, you can't even pay attention. How you going to be my husband? Ew. But I'm excited to say your heavenly husband, the one that God created, knows who you are. knows who you are. And I'm like, whoa, that's interesting. Yeah, that's interesting. So, anywho, we gonna see. He can't go nowhere else. God can't do nothing but get better. Cause I mean, when you already, if you go from 1 to 10 and you had a 9.75, shoot, I don't know. At 10 gotta be a miracle. I ain't lying. I better get on. Girl, I told you I gotta give him you and Mimi's. Yeah, yeah, y'all gotta do a sister interrogation. I, y'all gotta do that interrogation. Be like, hold on, you gotta talk to my sisters. Wait a minute. They got. I need their approval first, cause they go what I miss, they pick up, and I mean they pick up quick. So, anyway, I'm like Lord. So, y'all, let me tell you, this is funny. Then I'm gonna move on to the next thing. I was going to Planet Fitness today, right? Cause she trying to keep his body tight, right? She trying to get it in, cause next year I'm gonna be in my 2 piece. You hear me? I'm being my 2 piece bathing suit. I mean that, babes. So I'm like, okay, let me go on and go to Planet Fitness today. Now I've been doing a little exercising. Don't get me wrong, I ain't just been sitting around doing nothing. I actually have been exercising. But I want to throw myself in it because it's wintertime. And what do you do mostly in the wintertime? You eat, right? Because it's too cold and blah, 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 blah. So you eat. And I'm like, nope, we ain't going to fall back into that. So I fast. I actually do. I eat at 2 p.m. and I give myself to 7 p.m. 2 p.m. to 7:30. So that's like, what, 5.5 hours? So in between 5.5 hours, that's my eating time. After that, I don't eat nothing else. The rest of that time is fasting time, right? Now I drink water, of course, drink my spring water. I may have a small cup of unsweetened juice like cranberry juice, sour sap juice. Um, I might drink a cup of tea, herbal tea, or um, nothing, like do a dry fast. Now I will say this, between 7:30 and 11, if I'm going to drink, I drink. But after that, unless I'm just real, 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 real thirsty, like in between the night, I don't drink nothing. My body goes into complete fast. Like I don't get up. I used to get up in the middle of the night and have some water, lay back down. I don't even do that no more because I'm really trying to get stricter with my fasting because my body's healing and I want that to keep healing. So sometimes you got to change what you do in order to get the results that you want to have. Because who said because you're in your 50s, you got to be all broke down, and all this and stuff. I don't want to be like that. I'm not knocking nobody who is. I just don't, that's not my life. God's got so much for me to do. And I don't want to have an extra whatever that I have to, do just to function every day. I don't know. I don't want that. Another thing I realized today, I have some tennis shoes. I have a whole lot of tennis shoes, but this one particular pair I kind of like, right? But now I understand why my lower back and sciatica nerve gets inflamed. Those tennis shoes have lost whatever was supposed to be in them, and when you put them on, it messes with my sciatica and it messes with my lower back. I said, "Oh no!" And it was God that said, now, look at your feet. Now think about it. You ain't been hurting all day. You put them shoes on. Now your back's hurting and your sciatica nerve and your leg. I'm like, shut up. So now I'm gonna have to throw them shoes away. And so that's why I'm saying sometimes, y'all, it's some of the things that we wear, maybe have lost the urge of a support, and it affects us. So yeah, so those things are gone because nope. I don't need no more problems like that. So, and let me see. So I showed y'all that iron peel. Okay, let me show you another iron thing. Let's see. Hold on one moment. Let me pull it up. I hope y'all had a good Tuesday. Oh shoot. Is this it? Yep. I'm gonna show y'all the tea. Okay, so this is the brand of teas I get, but this is the herb that I'm talking about. Let me come back over here so I can pull y'all up. Tell me something good. Yeah, yeah. Tell me that you like it. Let's see. Okay, here we go. Okay, y'all see that? It's called soursop. Sour sarsaparilla, not soursop. I'm sorry. It's called sour sarsaparilla. And sour sarsaparilla is one of the highest forms of iron that you're going to get. Okay. It's for one of the highest form. It's like number one, but it's equal to something else. But this right here, don't play. This will build your iron so quick. It does more than just iron, but it'll build your iron so quick. You'll be like, wait a minute, hold up. I thought somebody said my blood was low. Hey, Queen Lady T, smooches, boo. Thank you for coming over. Thank you, love. And let me tell y'all what it does. Hold on. I'm gonna tell you what else it does. Sarah sarsaparilla. Okay. It's the highest concentration of iron of any plant. Okay. It cures anemia. You heard that, don't you? Cure anemia. It cures anemia, impotence in men. So if you know any man that's impotent, get them on sarsaparilla because it'll cure their impotency. Okay. STDs, it fights that. It fights herpes. Um, Let me see what else does it does. Hold on one moment. Hold on. So yeah, dang, my phone will die. Oh well. So yeah, so that's something. And now this is the one. That's the one that I got from Dr. Sabi. Okay, that is the one that I got from Dr. Sabi and his notes when he was doing a training. And sarsaparilla, they used to make a root beer out of it as well. But that is one that you really want to get. And so those Buddha teas, y'all, I like the Buddha teas because the bag that the teas are in is not dyed. They're really the original bags, that they harvest, and it's really a good tea. It really is. I do too. I can't wait to see how the movie comes out when they make his movie. Um, which takes me to my next thing, y'all. We got to be careful how we let people talk about us and our people. Okay. Um, what's his name? Vlad TV. I don't watch him. I can't stand him. And he was trying to turn Dr. Sabi up. He said Dr. Sabi was a bunch of bull, and that he fabricated uh, healing people because he didn't do all that healing, and we need to stop saying that he did. And you can't heal people with food. I beg to differ. I beg to differ. Just like you can die eating the wrong food, you can be healed eating the right food. But what pisses me off, if I can be like that, what time we got? Hold on, let me stop this right there. Okay. What pisses me off is that we let people that don't look like us say a lot of stuff about us. Okay. That's derogatory, to tear us down and stuff like that. And I didn't like what he was saying about Dr. Sabi. And I expressed that, but I'm only one person. But I wanted to make sure that my mouth was loud enough. I expressed that. Who are you, sir? Who have you cured? Who are you? You know, and when him and Nick Cannon was face to face, Vlad and Nick Cannon, the way Nick Cannon was talking to Vlad, trying to correct him about Dr. Sabi, it pissed me off because he was correcting him like he was two. Like, man, but you saying that they're gonna think you a hater, man, and everything. And Yeah. Explain yourself. What you mean? And see, well, yeah, we're gonna do the movie, and I'm gonna explain all of that, And he made me mad. I wish there was Eddie Griffin that Vlad had said, Dr. Saber, Eddie Griffin would have gotten him so hard, so heavy, so fast. He would have shut what we call the heck up. Okay. I'm like, that's crazy. It's just crazy. Why can't we get any credit? Why come we are the foundations of civilization? Okay, we are. And I know a lot of people still ain't woke. They ain't trying to wake up. They sleep. Their eyes are closed shut. Okay, they still believe in the hype. They still believe in the Democrats is for black people. Lord have mercy, help us, Jesus. They still believe in the Republicans got our back. Lord have mercy, help us, Jesus. I mean, y'all, that takes me into my next segment. I have to educate myself regarding that. Okay, no problem. Yeah, no problem. But I'm just saying, Vlad is not our skin color or whatever. Okay, so case in point, I was roller skating through the YouTube streets and I went over to T.S. Madison's, right, her morning show. And one of her people told her that some white podcasters or whatever, and I'm just making the difference in telling you like what their skin color was because it'll make sense what Maddie said. Okay, was saying that Beyonce is this, that, and the other, and she's overrated and blah blah blah. And Maddie was like, first of all, stay out of black business. That's black business right there. Ain't got nothing to do with y'all. Y'all not gonna come in here and tear our Beyonce up, and no black person, period. We ain't having that. We don't talk about how many people that Elvis done stole from and all this and stuff like it. So I was happy to hear somebody, because even if you don't like her, that's fine. But don't let people tear your people down. I mean, that's crazy. That's nuts. So yeah. They might not be all that to y'all, but they're my peoples. That's my sister. And you ain't gonna start talking about her. How about that? I can talk about her because she mad. You ain't. And T.S. Madison said, we ain't gonna talk about how Taylor Smith is Taylor, what's her name? Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift is very much overrated. It was just y'all. We just gotta be careful because the more we come out of darkness into the light and start speaking light and start embracing light and start saying the stuff we should have been saying all along, is the more other people are going to get mad and start trying to cover us back up. Okay. I mean, it just is what it is. Just like, okay, do y'all know that man named Darwin, the one who said we come from monkeys, don't y'all know that was just it wasn't even his theory. He just, it's like he had a dream or something and he spoke it to somebody. And before he died, he tried to tell them that's not what he found. But they went on with that people came from monkeys. And you see how somebody can say one thing and it spread. I think was it Darwin's theory? I think that's what it's called. Because I had a problem with that when I was in school. Let me tell you what type of child I was, and then we'll move on. I had a problem with that. When we was in school, my elementary teacher was trying to say that we came from monkeys. And I remember, because I'm a church kid, right? You might as well say I was born on the pew of the church. Okay, I'm a church kid. And I remember thinking, I didn't read that in Sunday school. I read in Sunday school, in the beginning, God created. And so she kept going with this theory, and it came around to me, and I was a little kid that I always spoke up. I was like, and I remember this as clear as day. I was like, I was always told that God created us. And so when I said that, the class looked at me and she looked like, what this little girl know about God? Like, what would she come up with that? Because everybody else was agreeing to it, not me. Not I, said Cat. And I stood on that so much, y'all. Don't you know they called my mama? I don't know what they did that for, because my mama was made it worse. But anywho, they called my mama and told my mama that I would not agree what the teacher was teaching, that we came from monkeys. Sure did. I never forget that. I never forget that. I was just that type of kid, y'all. I was. Just like in middle school. My teacher didn't like me. So in math, she gave me a C. I knew I should have had a B. So I changed my report card grade to a B. Took it home. My mama signed it. I didn't think that I had to take it back, and my teacher would know I changed the grade. So when I took it back, she was like, come here. And she was like, we're going to have to call your mother. I'm like, okay. So when my mama got home from work, y'all know how black mamas are. They don't work. They tired. They don't want her no call from no teacher. I already knew I was going to get a whooping, boy. I was like, oh, she going to turn me up. Let me just get ready. So when the teacher called, I had already told my mama. I said, mama, I'm going to say something. You're going to be mad at me, but just hear me out. She said, Lord. She said, now, girl, give me a lighter so I can light the cigarette. She said, what you do now? I said, I changed my grade on my report card. And she said, what? I said, I changed my grade on my report card. And so she said, before I go off, why? I said, because it's the same teacher that don't like me. She gave me a C and I was supposed to have a B. I said, I can even bring my photo home, mama. She said, let me see your work. Y'all, in my photo, I had one C. Everything else was A's and B's, and not lower B's either. A's and B's. And so when the teacher called, she said, yes, this is Miss Such and Such. And I just want to say that I want to let you know your daughter, she changed her grade. I gave her a C, and that's what I felt she deserved. And I mean, she went on and went on and went on. And when she got through, my mama said, well, I just went over all her stuff. How does one C equal a C? She couldn't even answer that. Mom said, I'll see y'all in the morning. So let me tell y'all, sometimes these kids ain't lying, y'all. Y'all need to check it out, because these teachers be lying. If they get in their mind they don't like you, baby, they be trying to do some stuff to you. Do you hear me? And I put it, but just like the cops, they pull up on you, they just automatically look at you and be like, there's something with you. You can be like, what did I do, officer? Now you're being disrespectful and you something authority. Get out. Put your hands behind your back. You're like, I just asked your question. Did you hear what I said? You know, it's just crazy. Let me see. Yeah, they want to believe we came from apes, but if you look at the ape resembles. Oh, okay. But here's the thing. I'm like Cat Williams. Then if we came from apes, why we still got apes? What are them, the dumb apes, the slow apes? Come on. I mean, for real. So you mean those the ones that decided I just like ape life, so I'm going to stay an ape. I ain't going to change. That's crazy. That's retarded. So, you know, anyway, y'all, I'm just saying, I was just a kid. So imagine me as an adult. When I double down on something, I double down on it, and I don't change my mind. It either going to have to be an act of God to change my mind, or you're going to have to prove to me. And I mean prove it, because if you can't prove it, I'm standing firm. I take whatever. I'm standing firm. I'm serious. I've always been that kid, and I'm that adult now. You know, I'm better, but I am that adult. If I know something, I know it. And I'll trick you first. I'll be like, well, why you say it? Cause blah, blah, blah. That's not true. Yes, it is. No, it's not. Yes, it is. I've heard, man, I've had people argue with me like crazy. And I laugh because I already know I know what I'm talking about. You know, and I cracks up and I'm like, for real? Is that how it was? And you saw that? You really saw that? Where'd you see it at? When? Do you remember what book? Oh, okay. Because I was always told such and such and such. And no, it ain't right. It ain't right. Oh, okay. But when you get a chance, look at this book right here. It's called blah, 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 blah. And I think it's about the third paragraph. You know, people get pissed. Well, why are you mad? Because I know what I'm talking about. I don't argue something unless I know. If people learn that about me, that will cut down on a whole lot of disagreements. I don't argue stuff I don't know. You try to get me to an argument, I go, I don't know. Okay. All right. I move on. Because if I don't know it, I don't know it. I ain't gonna fake the funk. But when it's something I know, and I never forget a conversation. Never. If you tell me that on Tuesday you wore green with polka dot stripes, I'm gonna remember that. And then months later, when we talk, I'm gonna say, what happened to that shirt? Green with the polka dot stripe. I ain't never had no green and polka dot stripe. Yes, you did. No, I didn't. Yes, you did. No, I didn't. Yes, you did. Why you gonna tell me what I had? Well, then you lied. Because you told me. And when I can always tell when people don't lie, because they get defensive. It's like, well, what? It's a lie. Just go on and say you lied. I respect you more if you just say you lied. And that's the hardest thing for people to do. They will not say that. And I'm like, that's okay. It's all right. I already know. I'm going to help you out. It's all right. You're just a liar. Let's just go on and say that. You're just a liar. And once you're a liar in my eyes, you're a liar. You're a liar about everything. I don't even know if your name is what it is because, just a liar. Prove to me. Seriously. Because I feel like you don't have to be. If we grown, just be honest. What is so hard about being honest? We live in a world now that people be faking who they are on social media, and that carries over into their real life. It's like, that's weird. Now that's weird. It's like, it's weird. I don't have no other comment except that's weird. Like, for real. Do you know who you are? It's crazy, y'all. It's crazy. It's crazy. So, anywho, um, yeah, just be careful. Okay, so I told you guys this is prophetic. I told you guys that this year that the weather would be really, really at the box, right? I said that it's gonna go from one extreme to the next. And if y'all see, I don't know if y'all know or not, but last night, Detroit, I think they said a foot of snow, and somewhere else had snow. It snowed here, but not heavy. It snowed and it rained. It rained and it snowed, something like that. And we've never had it. I mean, we're still in October. We've never had it like that. But things have changed and speeded up so much, y'all, that a whole lot of things, like right now, I have a rose bush next to my porch and in my yard. Don't you know my roses is blooming? I told my mama today when she came pick me up, I said, look at my roses. They done came out. Yeah, they done came out. And she was like, yesterday, no roses. Today, bloomed overnight. Overnight. So I told y'all the next 2 months, I said 3 last month. Okay. I told y'all it's gonna be off the hingy for sheezy. People are people are becoming more manic than ever, y'all. Be careful, even friends, okay? People that have access to you. Be careful. What I see is people that you know and that you normally would kick it with, or that you would normally invite, in your space and all this. These people have not been wrapped too tight from the beginning, and it's been something that some people have overlooked because that's my friend, that's my buddy, they've been like it all their life, blah blah blah. But it's something that has happened in the atmosphere, and people are becoming very mental, and it's always the ones that has access to you that is becoming unglued. The more this stuff goes on, the more a lot of people will start to show that they have mental issues. Okay. And I'm saying that without sincerity. Um, it's a whole lot of stuff I see that I can't say. So that's why I'm kind of digging around. Um, make sure, make sure that you don't take anything for granted. Okay. Also, here's a warning. Some of y'all eat from everybody. Okay. Some of y'all eat from everybody. All of your friends, family members, and all this and stuff. They be like, we fixed the plate. You want some? Yeah. Okay. I'm warning some people. Hear me as of today, October the 18th. Okay. At 8:23 Eastern Standard Time. Be careful of where you eat from. Be careful of whose house you eat out of. Be careful of the places you go to eat. That's a warning, okay? Um, for the next couple of months, for the rest of this year, you're going to have to be on guard. There are some people deliberately messing with things. And because mentally, I told y'all, that's why I started off with the mental thing. Mentally, they're not there. Okay, they just not. They seem like the same person, but if you pay attention, you can tell something wrong. Like it's something that has switched or turned on or whatever. And then some people in these restaurants know that people are tampering with the food and they're trying to get this food at a cheaper cost because right now inflation is high. And so they don't want to close their restaurants because it means they won't have any money. So they are tampering with the food. Okay. There is going to be a little bit more cases of food poisoning. Okay. Um, so be very careful. Those of you all who go out to dinner and you are still not washing your hands, shame on you first. Second of all, start taking your hand sanitizer with you still. I don't care nothing about these people who have been inoculated. Okay? I don't care nothing about it. Boosterized and all of that. I don't care nothing about it. I'm telling you what I'm telling you. You can hear it or not, but I'm warning you. Take your hand sanitizer with you. A lot of you all don't have hand sanitizer that you take with you. You use the one that's in these places. Well, what happened if somebody has spit in one and they're contaminated or they have monkey paws? Huh? What happens if, somebody think it's a joke and they add something to it and you pump your hands with it and you run it on your hands? Y'all see where I'm going with this? That's a warning. If you don't have any hand sanitizer, get you some or take you some wet wipes. Put them in the sandwich bag and wipe your hand. Take you 1 hour, wipe your hands. People are crazy, y'all, and this has kicked up. Another thing, those of you all who have kids, like small kids, I want to say under the age of 16, okay? I want you guys, especially if it's a feet, no, okay? Especially if it's a little boy. Thank you, God. Especially if it's a little boy, pay attention because not only are they sacrificing still kids, they're still sacrificing kids. See, here's the thing. I know a lot of people, when they eat steak, they like to eat their steak rare or medium rare where the blood is still whatever. God don't want us to have any blood because the life is in the blood. Okay, everything is in the blood, right? So during this time, this is bewitching time. It's almost October 31st. Witches love that day. Okay. Now, first I'm talk about the witches, because we do have witches and warlocks out here. Okay. They are still snatching kids. They are still sacrificing kids for the blood. Okay. When they drain the blood, they donate the organs. Just let them marinate. Let them marinate. The younger the child, the better. Okay. Oh, it's something I want to get in with y'all so bad. I'm gonna have to do another live. It won't be today, cause y'all, let me tell you something. It's so deep. This is so deep, and I know I'm meant to tell you because God ain't cut me off about it. So there will be another exposure happening. This time, this exposure is going to connect the dots with some government officials, as well as pastors, as well as business owners, as well as law enforcement. There will be some exposures happening in different parts where you didn't think that things would be happening. A lot of these people are behind a whole lot of this snatching, organ harvesting, everything. Okay. Um, so be careful. Be careful. Because a lot of people was put into these positions because of that. Okay. I'm gonna tell you our story and I'm connecting the dots. Some of y'all, do y'all remember this thing used to be, I think it was on Netflix. It's called Luke Cage. He was supposed to be a superhero, a regular superhero named Luke Cage, right? Black guy. And guess what his special power was? He could take bullets. They would shoot him up and he would keep walking because he was so strong. They would shoot him up and the bullets wouldn't do nothing. He could take bullets. Okay. Yeah, some of y'all, it'll sink in eventually. Do y'all understand? Okay, now think about the people who supposed to keep, protect and serve and how they deal with us. What do they do? So you know what that does? It gives you, it starts conditioning your mind. See, let me tell you something. You cannot get away from the Bible. You can't. The devil is the prince of the air. What does that mean, Coco? I'm glad you asked. The prince of the air controls all airwaves, social media, internet, cell phones, cell towers. You see where I'm going with this? So, a lot of things interest in through this way. Okay? You either see it with your eye gates, you hear it with your ear gates, or you feel it. Okay? So, you have to be careful what all you put in your gate. Because what happens is the evil one actually starts to program you to accept what he's putting out. And a lot of people don't even understand what's going on. Don't even understand what's going on. I keep saying to y'all, what happens if you lose the capability of getting on social media? What you gonna do? What happens if you lose the capability of using your phone, of texting? What you gonna do? So I'm telling y'all, there's a reason why this is being said tonight. Okay. Again, when I told y'all to be careful, because God said he was going to trouble the water in Florida, I didn't know he meant hurricane. Okay. So I'm kind of warning y'all now. Watch your kids. Watch you. Stop being so trusting. I don't care if you've been knowing these people 59 years. I don't care. The devil's playing for keep. If something seems off, it's off. Stop making excuses. They're just having a bad day today. They didn't mean it. They just, stop that. And some of y'all probably still pick up people y'all know from the grocery store. Y'all see somebody walking, come on, I'll give you a ride. Huh? Okay. That's all I can say. See, come on, real mamas. I'm just saying. Warning comes before destruction and a haughty spirit before a fall. Sometimes we so haughty because we feel like we know everything. I ain't got to listen to her. Who is she? She don't know me. That's my friend. That's my this, that, and the other. Well, then I ain't talking to you. See how simple that is? Go ahead and be hard-headed. You don't listen to me about nothing else. Why start tonight? Keep it moving. Keep that same energy. And when one of your friends get in the car and bust you upside your head and throw you out the car and take your car, then holler at me. This is the era we're moving in, y'all. People, dang, peppermint broke all up. People are not caring about other people. Gotta tell you if he'll tell you who to help and who not to. And the ones y'all need to be helping, the ones that have proved themselves and they make sure you good and stuff like that. The ones that you don't do nothing. In everybody's face is real mama for real. He's playing for keep too. We the only one playing succotash. He's playing for keep because he know it's almost that time. Not trying to be funny, but it is. It's almost that time. So he trying to see how many he gonna get, before that time comes. So I'm gonna come back and do a thing on blood. That's what I have been told to do. I need to teach on blood. And not the clinical version either. We're going to touch on clinical version, but we're going to tie this back to why people are acting the way they're acting. Okay? And who has rabbit blood and where it came from and the origins of it. Oh, yeah, we're going to get down in it. I hope y'all will be here because it's very interesting. And you're gonna find out some stuff. You're going to find out some stuff, and it's going to be like, whoa. Yeah. So let me see. Tomorrow is Wednesday. I know I won't be doing it Wednesday because I want to make sure I got all my notes together. So probably Thursday around the same time, I will be back on here and we're going to touch on the blood. And then I have another herb that I'm going to introduce y'all to too. This one is sort of on the same line as moringa. It's on the same line almost as moringa. And it's cheap enough for you all to get it. And but yeah, it's a need. We have to get into this blood topic. We're gonna have to. So yeah. And like I said, I'm gonna come on at this time like I came on today. And we're gonna get into the blood. And when I break it down, and let me say this again, no, I am not a medical doctor. I did go to medical school. I did not finish it. However, I do have a CNA as well, among other degrees. But I do have a CNA, so I know a little something about a little something. And what I don't know, I learn. So, again, this topic is going to be about blood. And when I teach y'all about this blood situation, when you see people, you're going to automatically identify who these people are. You're going to go, and that right there is going to help you avoid a lot of tricks, a lot of traps. Because believe it or not, and people with the blood I'm going to tell you about, they demonic as heck. Demonic. So anyway, I hope you all, let me type in my email address. Let's see. Okay, y'all. This is my email address. If y'all have any questions or you want me to talk about a subject, we will. Just send me an email. And yeah, we're going to get into this. I'm not going to waste this time. We're going to get into this because there's a lot of stuff we got to get before the first of the year. Okay? It's a push spiritually. We got to get it before the first of the year. And I'm going to tell y'all, it's up to y'all to do it. But God ain't going to whoop me because I'm going to tell you. Okay? Hopefully, Thursday, I'll be able to come on camera. Right now, today, I am in my pajamas. Because I hadn't been too long, came back and ate my salad. Yes. Anywho, but I love you guys. And I thank you so much for rocking with your sister. And also, I want to tell you, if nobody told you you're intelligent, you are. And if nobody told you they love you, you know I do. And I will be speaking to you guys as soon as I can. Smooches.